Like many Indigenous families, we didn't have a lot of food growing up. So one thing that we always had was bannock with raisins. First, I'm going to add 4 cups of flour to my big bowl. One trick to making bannock is to make sure you use a lot of love. 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of baking powder. So now you take those loving hands and you mix gently and evenly. You want to make sure all your ingredients are well mixed. Now that we're done mixing, add a little well to the middle of your dry ingredients. So one thing my mom taught me was to make sure your ingredients are at room temperature. You don't want them cold. And this is where the recipe could get very controversial. My mother added a 3/4 cup of milk, and again, room temperature. And then a cup of water at room temperature. A 1/2 cup of canola oil, and a cup of raisins. This is a very important part as well, as you don't want to over knead, as it'll come out very stiff. So again, use those love hands and mix gently and not very long. My favorite memory is when I was a little girl and we would make this over an outdoor fire. It was amazing. So your bannock should look something like this. Now we're going to place it on a greased baking pan. So we're going to take our bannock and place it on the pan. And gently space it out. Flatten it out, not too flat, but even it out. So here's my bannock, and now I'm going to take my fork and make little prick marks into it. Oh, caught a raisin. Now I'm going to go preheat my oven to 450 Fahrenheit, and I'll let this sit for about 15 minutes. Place your bannock in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, you have fresh, yummy bannock. You could eat it just like this, or you could add butter, jam, whatever you like. Let's see how fresh it is inside. Oh, wow. Steaming yummy.